Hello, welcome to Screen Talk with yours truly, Nomfanelo. So, recently I saw the Indian action movie called Kill, which is currently playing in theaters. So, I do recommend you guys check that out because if you like movies such as Train to Busan and Passenger 57, this movie is in your wheelhouse. So, before the movie came out a few days ago on Canada Day, actually, it was announced that there's going to be a Hollywood remake of this movie with Chad Stahelski producing under his production company, 8711 Entertainment. And the director of the original movie, I believe, will be involved in this movie. I'm not sure if he's going to be directing it or if he's producing it, but the same team essentially behind the original movie will be involved with the upcoming remake. And when I first saw the news, it was quite unusual to announce this just days before the release of the original movie. I wonder if they did this as a marketing choice to create buzz for the original movie um, before the remake comes out. I'm not too sure about that choice, but it was definitely a choice. But regardless, so with this news coming out, it caught me uh, try to be a bit creative by trying to come up with potential casting choices for this movie. I bet none of my choices will come to fruition, but I just figure for fun, why not do this? So I'm not going to do casting choices for every character, but I'm just going to do choices for the central characters. So first up, I'm going to do is Amrit, who is the lead in the movie. Essentially, he is the hero. He's the leader of the commandos, I believe, where he tries to save the day on the train. So one of the first choices that came up in mind is Chris or Liam Hemsworth. Both actors have done work in the action genre. So Chris Hemsworth, obviously with the MCU and the Extraction movies as examples, while Liam Hemsworth with the Hunger Games franchise. And I hear he's not that bad in the Witcher series. I'm not sure if season 4 came out yet or if it's upcoming, but I hear he's not that bad in that one. So yeah, I figured like as a lead, they are like the obvious choices for that. I'm not sure like if they plan to go younger in this movie, so cast someone in their 20s or 30s, or look for someone that's older, like in the 40s or 50s range. So not sure what direction it'll go. So another option that I thought of is John Boyega. He has, done work with the Star Wars Disney trilogy and the sequel for Pacific Rim, which I heard was mixed at best with the movie itself, but I hear Boyega himself was not bad in that one. So I think here it'll be nice to see him like in the as a lead in an action movie, and if all goes well, he could have his own franchise with this movie if that's the direction you want to do with this one. But I'm not sure if that will be the case just based on how things ended with the original movie, but we shall see. Another option that I thought of is John David Washington, mainly because of his performance in Tenet. I feel like this will be in his wheelhouse. And a left field choice I kind of came up with is Harry Styles. Um, like in a way, he has kind of done action movies with Dunkirk, but I know he's still kind of in the early stages as an actor. But I feel like with something like this, maybe he could show a different side to him, like where sure, like he could do the action, all the stuff, but also showing like his romantic side and also displaying his dramatic chops. So I mean, that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. So another character, Fanny, who is like the main villain of this movie, he essentially is like the charismatic villain that leads the bandits on the train. So a first option that I came up with is Dev Patel. Dev Patel like is no stranger to action movies. I mean, we saw that recently with Monkey Man, and I feel like this will be kind of different for him because he's known to play like the good guy in a lot of movies, and but here like it'll be nice to see like him, a different side, I guess, to him, and I think yeah he would have fun in this role for sure. Other options, Glenn Powell. I think similar thing because he tends to play the good guy in his movies. I mean, Hitman is like a gray area with that one, but I think yeah he could have fun in this one. Other options, Jason Momoa. We recently saw him as a charismatic villain in Fast X, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch. Also, too, Dan Stevens. He kind of played a similar type of role in The Guest, which I did cover for my podcast, Rediscover Movies, so check that out. So those are options that I came up with for Fanny. For Talika, the love interest, this one's a bit tricky to come up with, but from what I had in mind, Adria Arjona, who was recently in the Hitman movie, the love interest there. She's in the Andor series. I think she could work here. Also to Natalie Emmanuel, who's plays Ramsey in the Fast and Furious franchise. Also to Game of Thrones, and she's going to be the upcoming John Woo movie. I think it's the remake, The Killer. Um, I think she'd be great. Also to potentially Ana de Armas. She has worked with Chad Stahelski with the Ballerina movie that's coming out next year, and she's no stranger to action movies. So I think yeah, those would be good options for Talika, the love interest. But yeah, we'll see on that. And lastly, Viresh, who is Amrit's best friend, also too in the army. Options that I had in mind were Sterling K. Brown, could be great. Winston Duke, he was recently in The Fall Guy, also too in the Black Panther movies. Chris Evans, hey, like if Chris Hemsworth was cast as a lead and then you get Chris Evans, it'll be a nice pair up for those two. And also too Archie Madeke, who was in the Gran Turismo movie and Saltburn, yeah, he would be great. Um, yeah, that was the options I had for Biraj. I mean, that character was also a bit tricky, but not as much as Talika. So that's what I had in mind for casting choices. So I would like to know, like, who would you cast for the lead characters? Also, to what are your thoughts on the remake of this movie? It's already out in theaters if you want to catch it. So let me know in the comments section. Also, too, you can find a link to my socials in the description. Also, too, if you want to support me, you can visit my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description where you could donate or join my membership. And I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you on the next one.